I thank the gentleman, and I yield to the senator from Massachusetts for a question without losing my right to the floor.
And I thank the senator from Connecticut, and I thank him for his leadership on this issue. It's the issue that we should be debating this week, next week in the United States Senate. I thank him and Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut, Senator Durbin, Senator Booker, Senator Cardin, everyone whose voice is down here saying the same thing. We've learned a lot about this problem, but we still don't know all of the answers. But the answers that we do know, we should be voting on this week. We should be putting those protections on the books. And so there is a common sense knowledge that we each know that the FBI should have the authority to block gun sales to potential terrorists. How hard is that? No gun sales to potential terrorists in the United States. The NRA says no. The NRA said no last year. The NRA said no the year before. The NRA controls the agenda of the United States Senate. This body, they're the ones who decide whether or not guns can be sold to terrorists in the United States of America, the NRA. Now, the American people say NRA should stand for not relevant anymore in American politics. But it's not so. The NRA controls whether or not we're going to be able to vote on banning terrorists from being able to purchase guns. So a terrorist can be on a no-fly list, can't get on a plane, don't want a terrorist in the passenger cabin of a plane in the United States, so they're banned from getting on that plane. But they can just walk across the street into a gun shop and buy an assault weapon that they can then use to kill people in the United States who they hate. Does that really make any sense? Of course not. Why don't we have the vote? Because the NRA does not want a vote here on the floor of the United States Senate. They don't want a debate on this issue. And so we're going to continue to stand up and fight for this vote, for this issue, to be considered here on the floor for as long as it takes. Because if the FBI believes there's a reasonable chance that someone is going to use a gun in a terrorist attack on our people, it should have the ability to block the sale of a gun to that person. That's only common sense. That's what the police chiefs want. It's what the FBI wants. Why are we being denied a vote here on the floor of the Senate on that issue? So this all the way back to the incredible power of the NRA historically. From 2004 until 2014, people on the terrorist watch list legally purchased guns, listen to this, more than 2,000 times because the FBI had no authority to block those sales. Can you believe that? Over a 10-year period, 2,000 times, the FBI could not stop a terrorist, a potential terrorist, from buying a gun in the United States because the National Rifle Association does not want potential terrorists to be denied purchasing guns in the United States. Now, what kind of crazy position is that for the NRA to take? That potential terrorists should be allowed to buy guns in the United States.